2, 1, and we're live. We're back with another Father-Son podcast with Jeff, Captain Caveman Dens, and
the Raging Butterfly.
Forrest Dens.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Good.
It's really late. We were going to do 2 today. We missed yesterday because you had about 37 hours of homework. But we're doing 1 today, even though it's late.
Yep.
Yeah. So Mom's coming home tomorrow, so we'll probably do 1 more tomorrow to make up for yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we'll be square. How was your day today?
Good.
What'd you do at school today?
Oh, just learned stuff.
I learned stuff today. What did you learn today?
In math, we're learning about number lines and vectors and how to add negatives and positive integers in one equation. In social studies, we're learning about colonial life. In ELA, we're writing poetry. And then I had gym.
For the love of God, I love thee. Is that your poetry?
No. It's about refugees.
Oh. Build a wall and they will not come?
No, never mind. It's about the experience of the refugees, not the experience of the people who are stopping the refugees from going in.
Oh, I gotcha.
And then after gym was tech, where we're making a wood picture frame.
Cool.
And
are you using glue or nails?
We're using saws and machines.
Oh, you're just like putting a 45 degrees angle so they butt together?
This is a small one. It's just like a square, and then we sand and we cut the curve on the top.
So like when you're making the frame, you cut like two angles that butt together so they come together and make it a square for the picture?
It's a circular frame. We have a...
Oh, it's like a circle picture?
It's like so it's like a square.
Uh-huh.
So for the people who can't see, it's basically a square with a half circle on top of it, and there's a circle picture frame with a cutout on top where you can put the picture in.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So we just drilled the hole in the spot where the picture's going to go.
Oh, so you made it with a drill?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking you like formed a frame around the thing. Yeah.
We cut a piece of wood.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah. Because we're in 7th grade. And we get to use power sanders and stuff, though.
Yeah. Did anyone die yet?
No.
Does your teacher have all his fingers?
Yeah.
Oh! He's not a good teacher if he has all his fingers.
He has a bunch of stories, though.
Yeah.
Somebody cut his finger off. Some girl got her finger stuck in a table twice. Because there are holes in the table.
Uh-huh.
And if you get it stuck in there, you can actually get it stuck in there. And I have to oil it out. Anyways.
You just pee on it and pull it out.
In art, we're drawing an atmospheric perspective drawing of a city.
You guys make everything sound really smart.
Monochromatic.
Yeah, wow, monochromatic.
I think. I don't know. And then in science, we're learning about fitness.
That's very cool. What did you learn about fitness today? How to lift weights?
No, we're learning about how fitness... No, we learned about Zika today. We learned about the Zika virus and diseases.
Oh, a Zika?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
The mosquito thing.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Do you like mosquitoes now?
No, I don't like mosquitoes.
Yeah, mosquitoes are gross.
And they give you Zika virus and a bunch of other bad stuff.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, it snowed really bad.
Yeah. What were we talking about in the car about school?
We were talking about your teacher who had whiskey in his desk.
Mr. Mislevich. Oh, I just threw him under the bus. But he wasn't drunk. He was my math teacher. He was the worst math teacher I ever had. I failed his math class.
And then you got a 98 in summer school.
Yeah, then I went to take in summer school, and instead of 1-year course, it was a 2-year course, A and B together, and I got 89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You aced 11th and 12th grade, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the math was a lot easier in 11th and 12th grade than 9th. He was just a terrible teacher. I didn't understand one thing about class. Then I got a nice teacher, and it was like, I just clicked. Now I use math every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your job.
To make stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, it snowed a bunch.
Yeah.
And we ended up talking about snow days in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you never really got snow days.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The city of Buffalo still got snow days when I was a kid because the busing system is different. And some kids ride like the regular bus to school and they have to wait in a bus stops. But like I was in Maryville, so I was in the Cheektowaga area. And dude, we almost never got snow days. If we got a snow day, it was really bad out.
How was the... Like, they closed the Buffalo schools because South Buffalo and North Buffalo get different amounts of snow sometimes. And it's really all about the buses and what the traffic's like for the buses in the afternoon and the morning. So it could snow really bad during the afternoon, but since you don't really follow the weather news, you won't know, and you get a snow day for what you thought was no reason, and then it snow really bad in the afternoon.
Yeah, like nowadays they worry about kids getting stuck on the bus and the traffic and litigation because people sue each other, like it's crazy. So, if your kid gets stuck on the bus, you get a crazy parent that's, well, they're not crazy. I mean, they legitimately care about their son or daughter. But, I mean, we would get stuck on the bus. No one care about us. Well, I mean, they care, but no one even know because it's a different world. It's just a totally different time because, we didn't have phones where you could instantly connect with everyone. You didn't find out what happened until the kid got home.
What kind of drills did you have, like fire drills and lockdown drills? What kind of safety drills did you have?
We had fire drills where we go outside and then people would leave sometimes and not come back.
Do you have lockdowns?
No, we never had lockdowns. There was no such thing as school shootings. We didn't talk about it.
Was there there wasn't any wars going on then, so.
No, I'm not sure when Desert Storm was happening when I was in school.
What is Desert Storm?
That was when we went to. I'm not sure we actually went to war, but when we had Iran, or we bombed Iraq or something.
We've been fighting them for a long
Desert Storm.
time.
Yeah, Desert Storm.
Anyways, we have lockdowns and fire drills now.
Yeah.
And since I'm in a good school, you have to.
One of my friends brought a gun to school, and he got in trouble for that. But we didn't have a lockdown. They just let everyone do everything. He was like pointing at people, so.
Was it real?
Yeah, it was real. It was a real gun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We'd have a lockdown. The kid would be expelled.
Yeah, he didn't get expelled. Well, he did. I don't know what happened. We ended up coming back to school, even if he did get expelled.
That's
Actually,
crazy.
he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, he's good. Not a good friend. He was a okay friend. And then he was in a car accident, and I don't know. He had some rough times. But it sounds like he's doing okay. He was just shooting a gun the other day. He looked like he would look good.
Now lockdowns are all serious and stuff.
Yeah. The world's a different place, a lot more serious, a lot more litigious. What were we talking about in the car ride that I wanted to talk to you about? Do you remember? It's starting on the tip of my tongue. I can't think about it right now.
We were just talking about your schooling.
Yeah, we're like on the way to Dr. Kroll's, right before we got to the bank.
School. We were talking about history.
Oh, Christmas songs. And Christmas. I like Christmas songs. What's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song?
This is what I want to talk to you about. Yeah.
I didn't know you wanted to talk to me about this, but my favorite Christmas song, maybe I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a white. I like that one. Christmas.
Or It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I like the kind of serious ones, not the cartoon ones.
Mm-hmm.
You like Frosty the Snowman though, right?
I like Frosty the Snowman, but as a kid, I think it damaged me emotionally. Because when Frosty melted, I was a sad kid.
I feel like
he melted at the end of the story, dude. It's sad. Your friend just melted. Can you imagine, like, you hang out?
in the song it says he's gonna come back next winter.
Yeah, but people always say they're gonna come back. They don't come back when they die. Frosty died, dude. He's not the same guy. He's gonna look different. They're not gonna roll the balls the same way. Everything's not gonna go back in the same place. He might have a different personality if his stuff's in a different spot.
That'd be like a crazy thing to write about Frosty the Snowman coming back as a different Frosty.
Maybe he's a murderer the second time, then he's like a super nice guy the third time. Maybe he's a guy that identifies as a girl the next time.
Frost her the Snowman?
Yeah, we better be careful. YouTube's gonna ban us.
Anyways,
yeah.
I thought about that, and I feel like the song about Christmas shoes.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be about Star-Lord.
Yeah, you were saying that in the car that they could be about Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Because his mom's got sick and then she died. Yeah. That part in the game was really sad too when we were just playing Guardians of the Galaxy game and the mom died.
There's a bunch of sad parts in it.
Mm-hmm. Don't ruin it for Dr. Kroll if he listens to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him not to listen to this one.
I'm not telling anyone not to listen. That's how we get viewership and listens. We don't want to tell people not to listen to it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoilers. Spoilers. Go ahead.
Anyways, there's a bunch of sad
Blah,
stuff.
blah, 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 blah.
Anyways. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. No,
My-
I'm done. I
So
won't do
my
anymore.
math teacher doesn't have whiskey in her desk.
No.
No.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, she parties all weekend. How would you know? You know, teachers are...
She's like... None of my teachers are really young except for my science teacher.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but most teachers are a little bit crazy and they like to party.
Because they have to deal with kids for
Yeah.
5 days of the week.
All the kids I know that really like to party, or they were like not the kind of kids you should probably be hanging out with if you're a
The
good
teachers.
kid. They were all in teaching. They were the fun kids, especially the girls. So I would maybe say, don't go with anyone that wants to be a teacher unless they want to be maybe a professor is a little bit different, but
My science teacher's a PhD.
yeah, see, she would be a professor because she wanted to be a PhD.
It's a dude.
Oh, it's a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
the
probably a
sec-
little weird.
All the science teachers are dudes in
Yeah.
for 7th grade.
Do you think that's because women aren't represented in the sciences and math?
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want to get PhDs and party instead.
That's a little sexist, dude. Girls just want to party.
I don't know. That's what you were saying. You were saying especially the girls.
I meant that they were being prejudiced. I was making a joke, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. But it was a highbrow joke. It wasn't really meant for you. It was meant for Mom, who's listening to this. She probably chuckled, and she chuckled about the school teachers because I was talking about one of my first girlfriends. I wasn't talking about some of the other people that we know at the gym. I wasn't talking about anyone at the gym. I was talking about
All the people in the gym that are...
my first girlfriend, really.
I don't even know who are teachers at the gym.
Miss Kristen's a teacher. Miss Ayana's a teacher.
They're all... Oh, yeah. They all are teachers.
Miss Nicole's a teacher. Mr. Pat's a teacher, sorta.
What is...
He's a substitute. He's not really a full teacher yet.
He's a wrestling coach, dude.
Yeah, he's a coach. I don't know. I know there's another English teacher at the school, at the gym, but I don't really know his name. He's like my write-ups that I do.
Yeah.
I can see his face, but I can't remember. I'm not good with names. Oh, I couldn't remember how old you were today. I thought you were 13, dude.
You thought I was 13.
I had a horrible parenting moment.
and
I
you thought-
failed as a father.
And you thought my sister was 17.
Well, at least I got the age difference right between the two of you.
Yeah, we're 4 years apart, but still.
Maybe you guys are just a year behind. And maybe I know what's going on and you guys were in a time warp.
Maybe you're like the Flash, and you're just so fast you can see in the future.
Yeah,
you're
maybe-
like in the future.
Maybe all those impacts to my head finally caught up.
Maybe you're actually playing Red Dead 3.
Oh, man. So, what do you think about Christmas shoes? I always make fun of Christmas shoes. I was like, man, that's the way to scam people. Say your mom's about to die and he takes the money and gets new shoes at every store. But to be honest with you, I just use that to cover up my feelings because that song makes me really sad.
Yeah.
What do you think about the holidays? Do you think people should be offended if they're not Christian and we talk about Christmas?
No, there's Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. Everybody can celebrate the holidays. And everybody can celebrate Thanksgiving. But except for like
What about the
people that-
Native Americans?
Yeah, they can't. But everybody else can.
You know, I didn't see it yet, but Dr. Kroll's going to send it to me. He saw a great meme that people were talking about that they want the wall put up. And it was,
The Native Americans building a wall to
yeah, what if the Native Americans built a wall? How do you think that would have worked out for them?
They probably should have.
That's what the meme was like.
It's a
It was a
contradiction.
serious meme, but like they didn't really think it through so good because
It's a contradiction.
yeah, like
They
they'd probably be
should-
a lot better off because
Yeah.
the Indians suffered genocide and they like enslavement and they put them all on reservations and it was a bad time for them. They probably should have built a wall.
Yeah, they definitely should have
Yeah.
built a wall. Or just killed any white people with the guns that they gave them.
Yeah.
Because the white people gave them diseases and stuff. So like
Were you racist against white people? You know you're half white.
No, they should have isolated themselves. They should have isolated themselves from the Europeans because they're giving them diseases and they
They
weren't.
couldn't. They didn't have. We were technologically superior.
Yeah. Well,
they were-
the Native Americans were getting diseases like smallpox.
Right.
and-
Yeah. But they couldn't stop us
yeah.
because we had guns.
Yeah, but you guys, we traded.
You guys, you're guys.
The Europeans traded with the Native Americans, and they gave the Native Americans guns.
Yeah, they ripped them off. They gave them probably the shitty guns that didn't work so good.
They gave them bad guns for like land.
Yeah.
They
And
gave
then the
'em a
guns
bunch of-
probably blew up and killed them.
Probably.
They stole all their stuff because that's how it works.
Yeah, and now Native Americans are stuck on reservations.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get off topic real quick. Do you think holidays should, like, if you say you're celebrating Christmas, you're like excluding other religions and stuff?
No, you're
And
not.
the schools don't really do that. You don't even have like Christmas vacation now. Now you have like winter break. You know.
Well, I mean, you don't have to celebrate Christmas, or you can celebrate Christmas. It's not a big
Do you think it should be a problem if you say Merry Christmas to people?
No. If you just tell the person that you don't celebrate Christmas, and then they just won't say Merry Christmas to you anymore.
Right.
Because I don't get why people like the fact that schools have the feeling that they need to be politically correct just seems wrong, because like they're kids anyways. I mean, they're probably not gonna take a whole lot of offense somebody saying Merry Christmas to them, and it's something that a teacher would be able to resolve.
I think I don't want to get too much into it because it's pretty late. It's 11:30. You gotta get to bed. You can be exhausted tomorrow. I'll be exhausted tomorrow. But I think that I understand how, like, you can't as a school say it's Christmas break because there's all kinds of other holidays that you're excluding. But you can say holiday break. You can enjoy the celebration of each holiday, and I think we should rejoice in our beliefs. Like, if you're Catholic, you should rejoice and celebrate Christmas. If you're Jewish, you celebrate Hanukkah, and whatever your holiday is, you should celebrate it and explain it. And instead of making it a conflict, use it as an opportunity to talk about your faith. And like, man, I didn't believe in God for like almost my whole adult life, and I still celebrated Christmas. To me, the holiday was about family, and like as a kid, you don't really understand that, and at some point, we take that away from each other when we don't let holidays be celebrated.
Because the entire holiday season is really just about family and love and caring and just having a good time. It's
But
kind of the holiday spirit.
what about the kid that has atheist parents? They don't celebrate anything. He doesn't get any gifts on Christmas, and then everyone's happy and they have gifts, and he's like, "What the hell? Why don't I get nothing?"
Well,
Then he comes and shoots up the school.
I don't know. Those are usually the kids that argue with people about Christmas the next day. Like when we come back from Christmas break, they start arguing about.
Talking to the mic, you're like too far away.
Those are the kids that come back after Christmas break and they start arguing with people about if Christmas is real or not.
I'm just being a devil's advocate. I mean, that could actually really happen because the world's a crazy place, and sometimes you can't nerf everything. But I do think we need to take a less adversarial position on celebrating holidays, because every religion, well, almost every religion has a holiday that they celebrate, and we should take the time and celebrate every one of them, at least a little bit. I mean, schools should be about learning, and no matter what your parents think, this is what I personally believe. This is not what everyone believes, because some people believe that your religion and everything should be handed down from one generation to the next, and you should blindly follow it. But I think as a person, you should have a choice on what you believe. And I think if you don't hear every offering and you're not exposed to different kinds of religions and different thoughts and ideas, how can you really be sure what you believe in?
Yeah, it kind of feels like a right, like a human right, that you should be able to believe in whatever you believe and explore different faiths and stuff.
I think it's a human right, but I'm not sure it's an American right. I mean, if you go back and look at our history, we're pretty much Catholic founded. If you didn't come to church, you're pretty much excluded from the community. Way to hit the mic, dude. You're the second guest that's ever smacked that mic in the whole year that we've been in the Caveman Studios.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I think we got too deep anyways.
Yeah.
It's 11:30. Neither one of us are thinking too good.
Nope.
This is a conversation to have when we're both awake, alert, and have it planned out. Although I do want to talk to you a little bit about Christmas. Didn't mean for it to turn into this big religion
This was none
debate.
of that.
What's that?
This podcast was not planned or anything really.
It was a little bit planned because we talked about how we wanted to talk about Christmas song. I was thinking I want to talk to you about Christmas songs, and I forgot. And you remembered you wanted to talk to me about school and snow days, and we never really even got into snow days so much.
No.
But that's okay. We can do snow days tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we gotta make up a podcast. We'll just do a snow day podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a snow day tomorrow.
I hope we have a snow day tomorrow. That'd be sick.
It's above freezing out. All the snow's melting.
Yeah.
So we could just call in and pretend it's snowing out. You're looking at me all crazy.
I can't.
I know you're
to not
Asian.
Go to school.
No, you don't pretend not to go to school. You pretend it's a snow day and you don't go to school.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Ugh. You know what?
Too much work to catch up on.
I never intentionally skipped a day of school ever in my entire life.
Not even in college.
Well, that doesn't count. We'll not talk about college. Don't look at me like that. I wish we had cameras in here for the look Forrest, the disapproving look Forrest gave me. As I get older and older, I get more and more of those looks. Do you still think I'm a cool guy?
Yeah.
Do you think I know a lot? Or do you think I'm dumb? Like, be honest.
You know a lot.
Yeah.
You know a lot. You don't use it a lot.
What?
Because you know a lot about history and stuff, but you don't get into deep discussions with a whole lot of people.
You know why?
Why?
Because people can't handle the truth. I'm an agreeable person, so I don't like to see people upset. So if I argue my views too much, then we're going to end up arguing.
Yeah.
Because my views change a lot, actually. Like, I listen to what everyone says.
Views do change a lot.
Yeah.
Because you take what you hear and you use it to form, and you use that and you change or adjust your beliefs to what you need it to be after you've heard that.
You know what I do is I have an opinion, right? I start with an opinion, and then I realize I have an opinion, and then I really start to look at the topic. I'm like, why do I feel like this? Something is making me feel like this. And then I'm like, is it a bias that I have because of the way I was raised or the people I'm around? So I look at the topic and I try and think about it impartially. And then what I usually do is I try and listen to two sides of the argument. Usually I try and listen to a right side of the argument, a left side argument. And I know both those sides are crazy. So if I'm agreeing with too many points to either one of them, something's wrong with the way I'm thinking. So I really need to sit down and analyze how I feel and what's really going on. And I would hope as you get older, you start to do that yourself. Because what I'm noticing about you as you get older is you hear something and you take that idea as your own. And I did that for a long time too. As I grow up, it's just something we do as we're younger. But some people never get out of that. So I hope you listen to more and more podcasts and you learn the way that people think, and you actually.
Even though I don't do this, and it's gonna sound hypocritical, you need to see both. You need to see both sides of the argument. I'm not saying that I do, but you need to see both sides of the argument to really understand the argument and form a more correct or more informed belief.
Right, and the whole thing about when you do it that way is you can defend your position. And sometimes you can see why the other person's arguing it, and it's a different belief system than yours. And they can be right, and you can be right. And you might never come to agreement because you both see it different ways. But if you can articulate that, and they can articulate that, it's easy to get along with somebody and come along to a solution.
If you can't back up what you're telling somebody, that's your opinion, you can't, then you did something wrong.
As Forrest breaks the speaker.
It fell on its own.
I know. You really should move the headset off the top of that. That's part of the problem.
What headset?
The headset that's resting right there that you're touching.
It needs to be there?
It shouldn't be on there.
It needs to be here.
It shouldn't be on there at all.
This should.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Perfect. That's part of the problem. All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to take this argument to a different, not argument. We're gonna take this podcast to a different day
Yeah.
because you're falling asleep over there, breaking my mics,
I
and the
didn't
thing
break it.
costs like $200, so you're fired.
The headphones broken. Those were there in the last 2 podcasts.
It's Ray's fault.
Yeah.
It is Ray's fault. He hasn't even been here in a month, and it's his fault. All right, dude. I love you, man. It's late. Go to
Yeah.
bed. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And driving this morning was terrible. So
Yeah.
I
Let's get outta
apologize for
here.
getting you to Lala's late and getting you yelled at a little bit. She yelled at me too, though. She actually yelled more at me than you.
Yeah. Let's get out of here and go to bed.
All right. You go to bed. I'm gonna go play some Red Dead, and
Okay.
then go to bed. All right, dude. I love you, man.
Love you too.
Good night.
Good night.